Welcome in to the Winners Lounge, baby. It's another episode of the DNVR Rapids Podcast. Oh boy, that was a wild one in Commerce City tonight. Rapids hang on for a 3-2 win. They defeat Juarez. They move on in Leagues Cup. Another home road game up next. But man, what a wild one. What an absolutely wild one. I'm your host, Mitchell Carroll, and I am joined by my esteemed co-hosts. It's downtown Duane Brown.
It's pumpkin time, everybody. That Cinderella story is over.
There was about 30 minutes where you were dead wrong.
But I'm so right now.
You were right. You were right. And that man who just popped on screen, it's our guy, it's your guy, it's the guy, it's Cowboy Super yeah.
Leagues Cup is fucking insane.
I love it.
You cannot count any team out in this tournament. Nobody at all.
Nope.
It's better bring your A game constantly because they're all aiming for you.
What a night. What a game. We might have to bring Is He Back? Is He Back might be back tonight because we have some re-litigation to do. J-Lu scores. Calvin Harris scores. Djordje scores. 2 penalties. A red card. CONCACAF-iness all over the place. It was insane. Really quick, what was your guys' just absolute WTF moment tonight?
It had to be one of the fouls. I don't remember which one. But every foul at the end just felt like a war. It felt like everybody was throwing their bodies around. That kind of was like just 10 minutes of added time was like, what the fuck is going on?
Duane?
Probably Juarez player throwing his head back into Keegan's face, and then everyone on Juarez's bench going, "What did Keegan just do to him?" What a bunch of ridiculousness from that bench tonight.
It was chaos. And man, the Toyota chat presented by the 2024 4Runner is popping right now. Everybody's here. All the homies. We even got Buzz for BCS hanging out. Brendan, Griff, Kevin, James, Dustin, B-Ray. I think B-Ray's live from the DSGP parking lot, if Twitter tells me correctly. Good to have everybody. Let's get into the game. Should we just get into the game?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's just get into the game. All right. Number 1, starting lineup. No Moist Bombito. Woke up this morning with some tightness in his hamstring, I believe. I don't think anyone's worried about it. I think they just said, you're not playing tonight. If I had to guess, I would guess he plays Tuesday, but we'll just have to see how that injury progresses. Pay attention to it. And then Djordje starts for Ollie. How'd you guys feel about that when you saw the starting lineup come out?
Duane?
I mean, for me, it was, obviously everybody is concerned about, Bombi not starting. But again, I think Lawless has been playing great while Bombi's out on international duty. I thought he had a pretty good game tonight with some pretty big stops. And seeing Djordje start was like the greatest thing. It was just such a wonderful thing to see again. So I was okay with it. I kind of wanted to see, I say old school. By old school, I mean like 3 months ago, Ollie and Bassett starting together. But that's really the only thing.
Yeah, I was pretty confident. I was confident until the game started, basically. It's like, okay, Lawless can hold down the fort, no problem. Good to have Djordje back. Let's go. The bench, 2 keepers on the bench tonight. I don't know, like, why not throw one of the R2 guys that's on the roster? There's someone in there besides another keeper, but how CONCACAF it got, it might be a good idea to have 2 out there just to be safe. Shout out to Rapid Man. He called it. Can I quote Rapid Man? The way of Rapid Man?
You can quote whatever you want.
He says, "They shall come from the south upon dark steeds." If you saw their mascot, a black horse mascot, totally epic. Loved him. "And they shall be washed away in might of the glorious rapids of Colorado." Shout out Way of Rapid Man. Legit. Great call. Juarez crowd was fantastic. Whoa! Was that a super chat just popped up? Our guy Dustin on. Shout out. Thanks, man. $4.99. We really appreciate it. Says Mazatlan and the Pids. Duane is on fire.
Oh, Duane's letting us know for sure.
Yeah,
Duane
shut up about it.
He's letting us all know. Don't worry. He got the guys covered.
Duane's loving it. Again, this game starts out, as has every single game for the last however many years, with the Rapids missing a wide open chance for a goal. This time it was a Djordje corner to Cole Bassett, who rises above everybody, gets ahead on it. All of us on press row were like, okay, here it goes, goal, and just sends it over. Did it look, now you both had the benefit of watching on television. Was it as close as it looked to me up there?
No, it was a clear chance. Maybe the shot itself wasn't close at all.
Sure.
But the chance itself was super clear. Should have at least been a target shot on target minimum. If the goalie makes something, if the goalie makes an incredible save, he makes an incredible save. But Cole completely whiffed it, man.
That should have been a goal.
he passed it up to the moon, and we're still looking for it up there.
The headers tonight just felt sloppy all around.
The passing wasn't incredible either for most of the headers. That was, in my opinion, that was might have been like the only one all night that was actually like a clear header chance. But this was just like a super CONCACAF game. There was no rhythm till there was rhythm, and the rhythm was let's kill each other for the next 30 minutes. It's the little prison dance. That's exactly what the rhythm of this was tonight.
That was in the 9th minute. 13th minute, Juarez was offside on a short corner. Do you know how hard that is? They had 2 feet to be offside.
Was it offside, or was it that the ball went outside and then came back in? Because that's
okay. That might have been it, because we were all looking at each other like, how the hell is that even possible?
No, the ball went outside.
Well, he was holding up the flag, but it was for a goal kick, not off. Okay. Wow. Yeah. My mind was absolutely blown that they could be offside on a short corner. Well, and they weren't. So there you go. Good job, me. First note, a little concerning. Rafa felt a little hesitant on the ball in the early goings. Like, you'd get there and just, I believe it was a pass to Cole that he took too many touches on a break, and just kind of just was a little not sure of himself early. Turns out that was the whole team. It just felt like they couldn't get 4 passes together if they tried.
I think the biggest thing was that Juarez kind of blitzed them early on, the first 15 minutes. They came out with a lot more energy than Colorado did, and they had a clear intention of trying to get the first goal. And after they got that first goal, everything changed. Rapids became had more possession. Those first 15 minutes, you could really see, in my opinion, Cole struggling against the Juarez press. He was losing the ball right away. He was making very arrogant passes. And I think that's where the team suffered a lot, because they were trying to play through him going forward. Once he got the ball, he panicked because he had 2-3 guys around him. And it just kind of became a shit show real quick. After that goal, it's when everything kind of just shifted immediately, and the Rapids kind of understood what was happening from Rafa. Even Djordje was struggling the first 15.
Yeah, a note from our guy Matt Pollard. We always sit next to each other on press row there. He was saying Juarez was crossing the play to whoever Vines was marking for the first 20 plus minutes of this game. It was fine. Get the ball to the guy that Vines is in charge of, and it mostly worked, right? I mean, they didn't convert, but it was a pretty sound strategy because they got a ton of chances in that first 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was a huge overload to the right, then try to get it to the left or whatever way it is. Like they're trying to just overload the side. Yeah.
Rapids left, they're right. Vines, man, both him and Keegan had their moments tonight where it's just I don't know if it's pace, I don't know what it is, but and we'll get into that later, I guess. And 18th minute, Juarez scores. They were losing 50-50 balls. They couldn't clear fully, right? And it's just kind of bouncing around. Gets to Zaldivar, who cleans up his own shot on the rebound. Boom. Zach got the hand on to save it once, and the defense wasn't there to clean up, and they also gave the shot to them on a silver platter. Very frustrating, and I'm sure TV had much better angles of all of it and was even more frustrating.
Yeah,
John,
that's lesson number one, man. Like, coaching the littles, that's like lesson number one. Follow the ball in. If you're taking the shot or someone else, doesn't matter if you're offense or defense, you follow the ball in. And they all just stood there. I mean, it was like a bunch of burgundy statues. It was wild. Poor Stefan on that. I mean, they just left that dude high and dry.
Actually clear your clearances too. Like, clear them.
Yeah.
Don't just pop them up to 12 feet and let it drop at the feet of their best attacker.
I think as people that we cover the Rapids, sometimes it gets really hard to remember, hey, the other team is also just trying to score a goal. We do kind of get lost in that. And I think this is one of those plays that, as much as I do blame the Rapids for not being where they should be, it was just an incredible play by Juarez from the shot from 20, 25 feet away to following your rebound and everybody being aware of where the ball is. It's also just good by Juarez. They were exactly where they should have been at all moments. Now, can Lawless and Maxi be better positioned? Yes. Can Ronan, can Keegan step up to that shot and make sure it's not so clear? Yes. The game is moving so quick. And I want to give Zach so much credit for that incredible save because that should have been a golazo. And because of Zach, it was just a tap-in.
Yeah, absolutely. Zach was amazing, and we're going to get into that more. But again, he has found some form. Hey, hot keeper. Ride that through a tournament, man. That is exactly what the doctor orders. Yeah, I really thought Zaldivar was effective, but for basically every minute he was on the field tonight. Very impressive. Him and Hurtado were both just really good. Man, yeah, it was tough. And then what do you know? Right? You're like at the 18th minute and you're all right, it's over. 26th minute. Rafa press, Rafa pass, J. Lou finish. Simple as. Just a great play by Rafa. And controlled heady finish from Lewis too. I really thought that he was no. Go ahead.
You can keep going. It's
no. Let's talk about
no. It's fine.
Please inform me how you would critique that shot by Lewis because it was great.
No critique. I'm fine. It's fine. It's just we don't need to gas up a tap in.
Is he back? Well, he wasn't back, but creating the penalty later, I think he might be back.
No, that's the 2-3 different plays after the goal is where I'm like, okay, J. Lou actually cooking.
I think we as a panel and as a show can take credit for that J. Lou goal because we questioned whether or not he was back. So you're welcome, Rapids fans. You're welcome, Jonathan Lewis. He watched Izzy back. He took it personal, and he came back. So there you go. That's the power of this pod, man. That's just what it is.
What a huge mistake by Juarez, too. Trying to play out of the bag. And just having Rafa, man, being aware, knowing where the ball's going immediately, and just attacking. That's also just a lot of credit to Armis because that's a lot of film study right there. Knowing what's the triangulation they're trying to make. And Rafa being willing to attack and take the ball away in that dangerous position, man, that's the kind of thing that you really want from Rafa. And it's not a goal, but it might as well be for him, right?
I feel like Juarez really blew that on the scouting report. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the Rapids are going to press high. They're going to chase that ball, and you are messing around, and it is bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Spanish commentators were impressed with Rafa's defense, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like he presses hard. He might not be the best tackler, the most talented defender, but he's gonna work hard at it, and that's what you want at that position.
Yeah, he's awesome. He just like, I don't know any other way to put it, man. Rafa rocks. He just works his ass off. That's all he does. There was a play late that I wish he got. Rocket! Shout out to our fourth member of the panel, Rocket, hopping into the screen here.
Very happy about the outcome today. Not a fan of horses.
The first huge save from Stefan, I guess second huge save, but one that didn't result in a goal, was right after that. I forget. I couldn't see which member of Juarez's attack it was, but he was right in the outside of Sam all the way down, gets into the box on a straight line, gets a left foot, and Zach just full layout stops that counter. That was beautiful.
Man, Zach was a baller today. It's 2 games in a row now where you've just seen the type of talent that guy carries.
Yeah, and it's that hard work that we've talked about all year, right? Where we say like this guy is an example for how to train and how to be ready for games and how to be a professional. And unfortunately, that wasn't backed up with results in big games, right? And he managed to do that. So that was 37th minute. Djordje put an absolute rocket on the keeper right after that. Like the other way, right? Was just like an absolute blast from Djordje that unfortunately went right on the keeper. In that run of play, on the next run back down for the Pids, Lewis, in an attempt to get it back into the box, there's a defender sliding out of the end line, and Lewis kicks it into his arm, his outstretched arm, like an absolute unintentional genius play. It was crazy how confident the ref was in not calling that a penalty, right? And then how fast the VAR was. It's like, come on, guy. Come on. Really good to see. And then Djordje just, I mean, how can you not want him at the spot from here on out? I mean, he's the guy.
It's kind of if it's not Bombi, you kind of want Djordje.
No Bombi,
Djordje, it's Bombi.
Yeah.
Poor Rafa just missed too much.
Yeah. Hopefully they go to penalties again one more time before Rafa needs to step up to the spot outside of penalties to get his groove back. So that was nice to see. And then right before the whistle in extra time, Zach Steffen just another monster save. Like basically the last play of the first half was just another monster Steffen save. He's been unreal.
Steffen balled out. My biggest concern with him, he was having a lot of issues with that far post whenever the ball went into that far post. I wonder if it's a bombing thing. I haven't really noticed it all year long. But that far post for him felt really dangerous. There was a couple of plays there that the ball almost went in from a corner.
For sure. But yeah, he held on. Into the second half, Rafa gets a nice chance. Lewis, and maybe this was like, I think he just held on to the ball a little too long. You know, he got down all the way to the end line, and when you're able to go just straight towards the goal, you know, parallel to that end line, you know, I think you're thinking too much trying to find the angle and not just sending it quick to Rafa at the top. And I think he had to put too much air on it. Rafa couldn't, you know, fully put the header on like he should have. But it was nice to see those two need to find chemistry while Kevin's out. So that was nice. I think the first really hard foul where you're like, when are the cards coming out, was right after that. Djordje on that. I mean, he kind of like baited the foul on that break up the right side. gets fully swept out, no card, and you're like, okay, this is about to get very physical. Like immediate, like this is it. And and then right then, that's when we found out that Toluca won in penalties, and it would be a home road game on Tuesday. I kept saying Monday because that was the date listed on the bracket, but that's literally one game is played on Monday. That's the two teams that played last night, or the two games that played last night. The winners play. And then right after that, Calvin Harris makes it 3-1 on the corner. That was crazy. I still haven't seen a good replay of that.
I don't know how that goal went in either.
It was hilarious. Like Calvin headed it, and it just kind of bounced, like at least twice, slowly rolled in, and there were like two defenders on the line and everything. They just kind of looked down and watched it go underneath him. It was hilarious.
You know who that was? It was Condom Boy, the guy that put the that let it go through.
Condom Boy. That's what I was calling him too. That's so funny. So good job, Calvin, being there when you need to be. Yeah, good stuff. First sub after that. Oh, well, in between the goal and the sub was another great Stefan save one, Harris for Larraz. Go to the 4-4-2. Man. I think that was a great move. I think it's an absolutely genius move, right? Lewis and Rafa on either side of the box up top. You get Cole a little wider. It's a possession play. It's not a defense play, right? And I think that's kind of like someone on press row was like, oh, defensive. And I'm like, no. This is to control the midfield a little better. And for the most part, I think it worked.
It also sometimes seemed like it was a box or triangle 4 with all 4 midfielders and then two attackers. And that's kind of what works best for the Rapids, right? How you said they control the midfield, and that's when the Rapids really kind of take the biggest advantage. That's when Juarez will starting to panic and send long balls because they couldn't break that pattern the Rapids had built in the midfield, and that's when it gets really difficult for teams.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I lost my my. Oh, okay. So
wait, Duane, did you like that move? I know you're a huge Ollie fan, but how do you feel with all 3 of them out there at the same time?
For me, I mean, it's once they scored that second goal, I would have put Ollie in right after the Harris goal, just because with the way that both teams were playing, and with how CONCACAF was getting, like, I want somebody physical back there who's going to be able to step up to those dudes and like throw down when needed. So I'm fine with all 3 of them back there, and putting Ollie in, like, he couldn't get in there soon enough for me after that Harris goal. We needed all the physicality we could get. That's where, like, having Lawless start tonight was a great thing, because he will stand up to all the nonsense. They got into it at some point, but this was a game where you got to put your muscle out there, and Ollie doesn't seem like he's muscle because he's a young guy, but he is.
Yeah, no, I think it was a really smart move. 5 minutes later, Ronan takes out Hurtado in the box. Bad play by Ronan. What are you doing, man? Like, why are you sliding?
That's not the muscle Duane was talking about.
Hey, you just got to take him out. Take him out.
I don't.
Terrible call by the ref. Terrible. I'm just kidding.
I was like,
I wanted to see Mitch's reaction. And I got exactly what I was trying to get.
Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? No, just an absolutely dumb play by Ronan. And he'll be the first person.
Terrible.
He'll be the first person to say that. Just, horrible.
The ball was like almost out already anyway. It made no sense whatsoever.
Man, this ref was so bad. He was so afraid to make any call. He was afraid to take any, like, assertion in the game. Like, that was a clear penalty from the get-go. The first was a clear penalty. It needed to go to VAR for both of them because he was afraid of call penalty.
Yeah, coward. Hurtado, who again, I was really impressed with Hurtado. That guy's awesome. 72nd minute, he buries it. Omir comes on for Lewis, and then it really feels like you're in like a 4-5-1 at that point, which I liked that. I don't know. I want to see more of that late. I love that. Throw all your midfielders out there. Rafa can chase up top, and then you can kind of just whoever has the space to get up can get up.
There was a lot of interchanging for sure in that midfield.
Yeah, it was very cool. Oh, no. The break I described earlier, that huge run up the left side, that was 73rd minute, 3-2, and you think they're about to equalize it again, right? He's just kind of like keeping Sam off of him, flying down that left side and puts a shot on Stefan, and he goes fully sideways, stops it. 2 minutes later, Rafa the other way, dribbles across the top of the box, keeps trying to find a place to set and shoot. That's one of my favorite plays in soccer. When a guy does that and gets the shot off finally, like keeps going, pass the defender. Okay, I could shoot it. Really thought he was going to get that one. First yellow of the night in like the 77th minute. That is crazy based on how we've been talking about this game so far. First yellow of the night goes to that foul on Rafa around midfield. Ollie shot a screamer. I really wanted that to go in. Man. Oh, it would have been sick. Omir draws a huge foul around the 82nd, 83rd minute. Djordje just sends the free kick into C38, but it was exciting. Like you could put it away here. Then oh yeah, so Cole, was he changing his cleats? We couldn't really tell what was wrong. Was he getting taped up? Like what why was he on the sideline?
It looked like he was that happened.
Yeah, they didn't know on the broadcast either.
So it was during that free kick late. He's on the sideline. He's changed. His shoes are off. So I don't know what happened there. But then Juarez goes down the other way, and they have two guys outside the box on the left side, and they're just probing, trying to find a cross. And Cole is just standing in there like, let me into this game. Right? Like,
yeah, the ref made him wait.
Yeah, well, he has to.
Whatever the rules are. Yeah. So he was just waiting to get back in.
Yeah, that was crazy. Luckily, they finally get a cross in for a header, and it goes out and over, and Cole gets back on the field. The sideline went crazy. But everyone's flopping in the box because no one can clear it. So there's just a junk ball because it's just yakety sacks in the defensive box. Like the ball's jumping all over the place. People are running into each other and falling down, and the Juarez bench loses its mind. A minute later, red card. The view we had of the bench was just immaculate. Those guys losing their shit I love watching stuff like that. Even if it was annoying, it was still fun to watch.
And we can go back a little bit. That little scuffle in the box where I think it was Ronan or somebody that slid on the guy, and the ball just went flying out, man. Mwah. Perfectly timed. It was that was a tying goal right there. That would have sent it to penalty. The game would have been basically, we'd still be watching it right now if it wasn't for that one play. Like, whoever it was, you guys deserve all the credit.
Then Ronan goes off for Jasper. Loved that. That was a heady play by Armas there. I really thought so. That is, now Loffelson had a couple sketchy clearances, but I think for the most part, I like the mentality of that move, right? Like lock down the midfield. Ollie and Jasper together in the middle, support all around. I liked it. 10 minutes added on. 10. It was the vibe in that place was so tense. So tense. Both sides were on edge. Oh man.
They shouldn't get that many minutes when it's their fault because their bench won't shut up.
Well,
like their bench won't shut up, and so they get extra minutes for that.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Stefan gets like the fastest time wasting yellow I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I could.
He knew what he was about to do. He wanted to give him a warning before he got crazy.
Yeah, but a little excessive. But whatever. Oh my God. And then Stefan saves it, but then it's just bouncing there right after, like close, right? 96th, 97th minute. Again, we're like locked in. We're trying to tweet through it. We're trying to see it. So I couldn't really even see what was happening except a ball not possessed by anybody near the goal and Stefan on the ground. It was terrifying. Terrifying. And then Juarez gets another shot off right near the end. Goes over the box. Whistle blows. Pids win. We'll get into the rest of it right on the other side of this break. But first, we got to talk about some friends at Lucy. We love Lucy Nicotine. I love Lucy Nicotine. I'm sure Yaya was just pouch towards the end of that stressful game. It's 100.
Had a Coors Light baby and a Lucy Nicotine. I had a great night.
Attaboy. That sounds wonderful. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy's not like your other nicotine pouch companies that's owned by big tobacco. They're just a small company making a good product, trying to get their name out, and that's what we're here for. They have pouches in 4 milligram, 8 milligram, 12 milligram. Those are intense. Those ones are really intense. But if you're a nicotine head, those 12s hit. So if you've ever done the double, the double or triple pouch, just buy the 12s. They got apple ice, wintergreen, mango. I love the mango, espresso, berry, mint. So, whatever flavor you like, they have. And if you're not into pouches, get the gum. They got 2 milligram, 4 milligram, and 6 milligram gum. So you can just chew your nicotine and not mess with the whole gums, all that stuff. I'm a 4 milli mango pouch guy myself, but I get it if you're into gum. However you want to get your nicotine, Lucy can help you, and they'll deliver it straight to your door on a subscription basis. So it just shows up. You don't even have to think of it. Sometimes life does have an easy button, and this is one of those things. You don't even have to think about it. Go ahead and level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/rapids and use promo code RAPIDS to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co. Use code RAPIDS and you get 20% off and always free shipping. All right, here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. We're also brought to you by our friends at Toyota. Yeah.
Toyota. That's the difference. That's the Lavello ring. That's the Lavello ring. I can't do that for
okay, you're right. It was Lavello. You're right.
It's Lavello. Right. That's all. I wasn't ready for it. I know my jingle.
Toyota. Oh yeah. Okay. You're right.
Yeah, it's
you're right.
Lavello.
All right. Hey, shout out to Toyota, man. They're the official vehicle of DNVR, man. We love Toyotas. I drove home in my Toyota. I drove to the stadium in my Toyota. Look, they're comfy. They have all-wheel drive. They have hybrid options. They're perfect for Colorado if you're going off-roading, if you're going camping, if you're going to the mountains, if you're going fishing, if you're going to Red Rocks, whatever. There's a Toyota that fits it for you. The trucks like the 2024 Tacoma, they're bringing back the 2024 Land Cruiser. Look, there's 17 models with all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, like the 4Runner. And they also have 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, like the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck. They also have SUVs like RAV4 and Grand Highlander that you can take both on the road and on the trail. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Colorado Rapids and the official vehicle of DNVR. All right, we're back. DNVR Rapids, hanging out late night, Winners Lounge. God, I love a winner's lounge, baby. Yeah, Duane, Mitch, we're hanging. Man, where do you guys want to go now? Should we go into Fight Mob? Should we talk some storyline? Should we talk some players you liked? What do you guys want to do? What are you feeling?
What do you think, Duane? I'm gonna leave it up to you, buddy.
Let's Fight Mob it. Let's Fight Mob it.
Let's Fight Mob it. Number one, though, we do have to bring back Izzy back. I think the jury has to reinvestigate. Is Jonathan Lewis back? We'll ask the chat first. Chat, tell me, is Jonathan Lewis back? Is he back? Is he back? Because we were all a little hesitant to say Jonathan Lewis was back on Wednesday's show. Yeah, you're the most skeptical of any of us.
I'm on the same. I'm not changing Izzy back or not.
Okay.
Just because it's still so up and down with him.
Wow. This is
because the first 30 minutes, I thought he was probably the second worst player on the pitch.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then he got that goal, and things kind of. And that goal was like product of Rafa doing the work. It was the other plays kind of leading the second half of the game that really made me impressed with that pass to Rafa, where he created that handball, where he was getting into very dangerous situations. But it did come at the it kind of sacrificed Rafa a little bit because Rafa started moving into the wing, so J-Lu can occupy the middle of the field, and it feels like it took Rafa's ability away a little bit there. But I really do like what J-Lu brought tonight, and when he was settled in and focused. I just don't know if he's back. I need to see it one more time, I think, for me to fully think he's back. It's just so up and down. One game he's good, the next he's bad. In the same game, you just get a bag of tricks that you don't know what to do with.
Right. No, I think you nailed it. Fourth highest rated Rapid tonight. Anyone want to take a guess? Even with a yellow, that might give you a hint. But even with a yellow, highest rated player tonight.
Zach Steffen.
Zach Steffen with an 8.9. 8 saves tonight for our boy Zach. And man, they were incredible. Loud. They were loud saves. They were big chances. They were dangerous chances. Big shots. He had to get vertical. I think one of them was like an easy catching practice on a corner or whatever, right? But God, he was good tonight. Shout out to our guy, man. For real. Rudo. Yeah, Leagues Cup, man. We love Leagues Cup here at DNVR Rapids because we've had 2 straight winners lounges, and that rules. Leagues Cup will officially suck once the Rapids are out. Yeah.
Imagine the Rapids win it, and they're just in CONCACAF next year. They're just in Champions League because they win this year. Everybody's like, what if they reach the Club World Cup because they win this tournament, then they win CONCACAF? Like, it's all on the table right now at this exact moment. Crazy enough.
I hope so. That'd be fun. Hey, if they're CONCACAF, we're road tripping, baby. We're road tripping.
You're just trying to get down to Costa Rica.
Yeah, of course. I mean, freaking rule. And then we get to do a winner's lounge from the beach. Second highest rated Rapid, no surprise, it's Djojde Mihailovic. Rafa Navarro with an 8.1 and a yellow, but the number we always look for with Djordje is touches, right? He plays 90 minutes, gets the goal from the penalty spot, 21 of 26 passing, only 44 touches, but I thought the offense still flowed pretty well. But that's a low number for a 3-goal performance from the Rapids for Djordje to only have to touch the ball less than 50 times.
I think it was just the Rap. Go ahead, Duane.
I think we're probably on the same page, but I noticed that they just weren't getting the ball to him. A lot of that is because they were defending the entire time in a lot of that game. So you have to look at the obvious reason. But even on the counter and on the way back down, I was watching, and there was a lot of times where I saw Djordje waving, flinging his arms around, calling for the ball, and just wasn't happening. And
yeah,
it's just it was a little bit reminiscent of earlier in the season where it's like Djordje had a great game when he had the ball, but the ball just wasn't getting to him enough.
I think part of that problem also comes down to, you're right, the ball didn't get to him, but kind of Mitch was also saying the offense flowed really well. I think it was just because it was a very transition-heavy game today.
Yeah.
Both teams were just trying to get the other one off guard, and it allowed Djordje to like not need like 70 touches for him to be effective in a slower paced game. I think he just took the chances he did have and was distributing left and right because the ball was just flowing as quickly as it could.
I feel like these two teams are a little Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. You know,
You'll be surprised how many Liga MX are like that with the Rapids.
Yeah, it's like they play a similar style, but more than that, it's like a lot of guys where you're like, oh yeah, I recognize that guy. How'd he end up there? Right. And that's kind of how the Rapids are if you don't pay too close attention, right? Like if you're like, whether you're an East Coast MLS fan or not, you know, a casual MLS observer, it's kind of like, how do they put all this together? Right. And so, I don't know. I have a big respect after that game for them, even with the shenanigans. I kind of like what they're doing there. I want the border teams to be good again. Make the border teams good again. Make it fun. Just seems so rowdy.
Yeah.
J-Lu, next highest rated at 7.8. Obviously, a goal is going to help that. Calvin, but then after that, Sam Vines, 7.5 for our guy Sam Vines. I'm very shocked at that. 23 of 26 passing. You love to see that. 2 chances created. 44 touches for Sam Vines tonight. Just solid. 2 clearances, 6 defensive actions. I don't know. I was impressed. I was impressed with Sam. He got beat a couple times, but for the most part, got to give it up. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Mr. Rapid, the lowest rated Rapid, Keegan Rosenberry at 6.9. Not his best game. Not his worst game.
Yep.
I don't want to say
I'm waiting for Duane to say something.
I don't want to say anything bad about Keegan, bro. I don't want to.
Well, like, let's be honest, it was a bad game. Like,
yeah.
Wait, the best thing about Keegan is he had a string of really bad games at the beginning of the year that you're questioning, like, does he still have it? Did he peak at 30? Bounce back and has been Mr. Reliable once again. I think he's going to bounce right back. Today wasn't his night, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. Keegan was the only person below 7-1 or below 7. I mean the subs, but whatever. Subs don't count for that. I think, I'm curious, no Kamani, no Yappy tonight, which I thought was interesting. Luckily they were playing with the lead, so that, that really, it tracks, but I don't know. I
don't want Yappy on the field when we're scrambling, knowing how good Rafa is on the ball.
Totally.
Like that dude was shutting it down before the ball could even get back to the midfield. And like, I'm totally fine with that call.
You're right.
I think it's also the Rapids were only up by 1. If they were up 3-1, you would have seen both guys out there.
For sure.
Totally. Should we go to our moment of the game? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Let's do it. We are going to our live extraordinary moment of the game presented by UC Health. Moment of the game absolutely has to be the Harris header, right? The find a way. Wait, did we say something else? No, that's what we landed.
No. I'm laughing because that goal's hilarious. Like, that's it. Like, that whole goal is just so funny.
Yeah, I'm going to make a quick adjustment here on the fly. Our guy Eric said it best right there. It's got to be the Rafa press, Rafa pass, Johnny goal. Like, that is the nicest play of that game. And for the 30 minutes prior to it or whatever, it felt like the Rapids were going to get run over in this game. But that showed that working hard, keeping at it, trusting each other to make the right play, getting into the right position when someone else makes the right play is going to lead to success. And the game flipped. I mean, the Rapids were in control for another hour or close to it after that, another 45 plus minutes.
I I think it's also just it's your DP creating a play when you need it the most. It's your coaching system being in full display and seeing that it does work when it's executed correctly. And then you have Jonathan Lewis trying to get his confidence back. It just all meshes well. Like it's a good moment for the day.
Great job, Eric. You have changed the UC Health Live extraordinary moment of the game.
Great. Now we're gonna lose a sponsor, Eric. We changed up everything.
Oh,
They got
Live
two now.
extraordinary. I've been saying live extraordinary like an idiot.
Live extraordinary.
Oh, we knew. We know. We heard it.
Shut up. Your producer's supposed to help me out here.
Well, I'm a host.
I know you're a host, but you both produce this show. I've never produced the show, so I don't know. But look, you're right. You nailed it. DP works his ass off, creates a play out of nothing. Out of literally nothing but hard work, right? Like
He burned them twice.
That's Rafa's calling card, man. It is hard work, and that's why I wasn't ever too worried. And we had that conversation for the last few games on press row specifically, was when do we worry about Rafa, right? Like, especially if you get eliminated and you're waiting 3 weeks to play. And I just don't, I don't worry because he works too hard to worry. That's kind of where I've landed with Rafa. I'm no longer going to worry about a goal drought. Is that fair?
You get a lot from him, but you also can't be not discounting the goal.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously score goals, but yeah. But good job on him tonight. If you want to join UC Health's Ready, Set, Co challenge, click the link in show notes or go to www.uchealth.org/readysetco. Shout out to UC Health on the PIDS kit and on the show. Synergy, baby.
And they were their home kits today, which was so weird.
Yeah, that was weird because they're the road game. Seeing Juarez branding across every video board, like even the long ones, and it's just that demon horse neon green monstrosity of a logo.
I hate it.
I talked myself in and out of it like 10 times, but I think I landed on it absolutely kicks ass, and I love it.
It kicks ass because it's bad, not because it's
yeah.
It's one of those it's like what's that mascot out in Philly that everybody loves?
Gritty.
Yeah.
Oh, Gritty.
It's just like Gritty. That mascot sucks so much that it's fun and you love it. It's like Rapid Man. It's not a good mascot, but you love Rapid Man because it's incredibly goofy and awesome.
Totally.
How dare you?
Good stuff. Let's actually we're going to get into Flowers right after this very quick break. Okay, we're back. DNVR Rapids, hanging out late night on a winner's lounge, baby. And it's time for everybody's favorite segment. It is Flowers from the Fellas. And I do believe that it is my turn to go first tonight. Scientifically speaking. What?
Well,
I hate when I say something and you both are laughing and I have no idea why. I hate it. Why are you guys laughing?
Because when you have the producer view, you can see the three of us even when the card is up for Flowers for the set. Yaya is just dancing around on his couch.
I hate that Duane have this view because I could just do whatever I want back in the day and nobody can tell. And now Duane sees everything I do.
Oh man. Oh. Sorry, I need to stop yawning. We have a few short minutes left here. First Flowers of the night go to Zach Steffen. Way to follow up your best game of the year with maybe your best game of the year. Like he is absolutely locked in right now. He's in his zone. We talked to him yesterday at the press conference. He seemed so zen, like the chillest I've seen him all year. He was just it just seemed just confidence coming out all over the place. Just confidence. but not in like a manic, like I'm gonna, like we're gonna get this. It was just like, I know how hard I work. I know how hard we prepare. I trust my team. And just 2 great games in a row. Flowers for our guy.
It feels like Zach is looking in the mirror and saying, "You are not better than me, and I'm gonna show you that you're not better than me." Every week.
All right, yeah. Who you got flowers for, bud?
Oh, I think it's Duane. I went first last time.
Oh, that's right. Good call. Duane, you're up.
Ooh, me.
That's right.
Emma's in the chat.
So Duane's first flower goes to the Australian breakdancer.
Guys, I don't know if you saw. We're gonna get off on a tangent. I'm just giving you a warning.
Don't go too far. We only have a few minutes left.
Now.
Please don't go too far. I'm asking before the tangent
starts.
If you
haven't seen the Australian breakdancer in the Olympics today, you got to go watch it, because Emma, who's one of our producers at ALLCITY, can confirm I was in tears crying for almost a full half hour. I couldn't stop.
Reagan!
So good. So good. Anyway.
I could break dance some of those moves.
She gets all of my flowers for non-Rapids for today. But for the Rapids, I'm going Jonathan Lewis, man. I thought he had a real game. Like obviously the goal, which I thought was a sweet goal. Obviously, Rafa did the work to set it up. But that shot, like, he actually didn't stare at it or look at it, look for somebody to pass to. He just put it in quick with authority. It was great. I thought the kicking the ball back into the handball, whether or not he was trying to get a handball, he could have been going for a corner to get that bounce rebound off, or just trying to switch the other way. However that turned out, it was a smart move, because it either ended up in a corner, a handball, or he could have turned and put it back and, cross the ball. So those 2 plays I thought were really big heads-up plays. So he sure looks like he's coming back.
Yeah, flowers to Lewis. It, yeah.
Shout out J-Lu. Hey, I said it. He looks better, man. He looks better. He's not back, yo.
You're right. He's almost there, though.
Back. He's close. He's in transit.
You can see him down the street. He's about to pull up, but he's not there yet. Yeah.
You see that heavy intersection going right there. Can he make it through?
Good stuff. All right, Yaya, who you got flowers for, my friend?
It's the man, the legend. It's Rafael Navajo.
Oh.
Bro played so well. He made me speak Portuguese just to say his name.
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Portuguese. Yeah. I don't know why Mitch started flipping Italian, but
I don't know. Shut up.
Making a meatball.
Shut up.
But Rafa played so well today. His work. I'm just like, I can't even think. The amount of work he put in today was so good. It was incredible. He gave it an Italian key when he attacked every time, man. To me, Rafa you can see the work.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
Portuguese. All right, guys. It's Rafa. That's all I got to say. He played well tonight. He didn't get the goal, but he did get the assist. Work ethic is all we want from that guy right now, and he's putting in work. That's all I can ask until that goal comes again. Thank you.
Grazie. I quit. This is the last episode of DNVR Rapids. It's over. I got Emma. You know what? We're not okay. Thank you for asking.
Everybody's sleepy.
Hey, I have flowers for anyone that shows up to watch that gold medal game with me tomorrow at the bar at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
I'll be there. I will have already watched 1.5 soccer games before that. So, because I'm a freaking sicko freak who loves teams that play at terrible times. So there we go.
Who's playing early tomorrow?
Schalke, baby. Undefeated, top of the table.
And what's the other one?
1 game in. And then Community Shield.
No.
Manchester Derby in the Community Shield. It's gonna be fun morning. But yeah, okay. Flowers. My flowers go to. I don't know. I think we kind of hit everything, but I'm gonna say a Djordje Mihailovic. Just an attitude, a swagger, a confidence, a calming presence for everyone, and just knowing that he can bury it from the spot. Like just knowing that you got the automatic on the spot. So I don't know. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't have much more to say about Djordje.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple plays he's going to want back, when they do film tomorrow or whenever they do film. But yeah, I don't know. He made the penalty and he's awesome. And we decided that bald Djordje has James McAvoy energy from was it Glass? No, Split. Whichever was the one in the mental hospital where he's absolutely jacked and crazy looking. That's the energy he's given with the bald head.
That's the guy that has 24 different identities.
Yeah.
That's the monster out. Yeah, Split.
Yeah, that's the energy he's given with the bald head, and we love it. Okay, you're up, Duane.
My last flowers are going to Brendan. Mentioned it already just now.
Damn it. I wasn't going to put it up because I was trying to see if I could sneak it.
Damn it. He took him my flowers.
I gave it back, please. My family will starve.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, man. Hey, it's Chris Armas, everybody.
Hey.
Armas.
Armas is Italian.
He's making it happen.
He's something.
He's got two away wins at home in a row.
2 road wins, baby. Road Warriors.
Traveling far to Commerce City.
Put him in Commerce City. Put him in Commerce City.
Making that switch at the end, defensive setup, like we talked about earlier with the 4-4-2, kind of switch it up. He just made good moves, continues to make good moves. He's got the guys giving their all right now. It's wild. I mean, you look at the win the other night in stoppage time, just no quit on this club. Man, there's no quit in the Armas Armada, man. Once you sign up, you're in it to the end. And
hell yeah.
Man, that dude's just crushing it. I couldn't be more happy for him.
He pushed all the right buttons tonight, and I think there's been enough games in the last couple months where you're like, what the hell was he thinking with that sub? Or, like, why is he going for it when he could, go defensive? Or there's just been there's obviously where they're at in the standings and where they're at in Leagues Cup, there's not too much to question, but there's been enough in-game decisions where you're like, weird. Like literally just last game when he had Maxu out there to finish penalties, you're kind of like, what the hell is going on up there? But no, tonight absolutely hit all the right buttons when he needed to. All right, yeah, go ahead.
It was gonna be Armas, but I'm gonna end up going with Sammy Vines. Dude.
Hell yeah.
He deserves credit, man.
Yeah, he really does.
Power. He actually had a really good game. Like, I really like that. I was gonna go with the whole back line, honestly, but I thought that was cheating because I thought Lawless had a great game.
No, go for it. Go for it. It's the last flower to give. Go for it.
Even Keegan had his moments where he really stepped up and became a wall in the last 10 minutes. Just the resiliency that they showed throughout the game when they were trying to attack heavily. Juarez needed that last goal, and Colorado didn't give up. It's exactly what we needed, right? And it all starts with guys like Lawless and Maxu throwing their bodies in front of everything, and Vines willing to step up and follow guys around and not just get blown by like we're used to so far this year. And I think those guys deserve so much credit just as a back line, especially Sam for keeping it together for the full 80 minutes, 100 minutes, whatever it was at the end of the game. And I think that whole back line without them, you don't walk out of DSGP with this win in non-sun next round.
I don't know.
Dick's Sporting Goods Park at Juarez.
I don't want to have too crazy of a take here, but I feel like the defensive performance we got might have been a little worse in this style of game with Bombi in there. I think Lawless being a little more conservative with his chances, a little more consistently holding down the back and not taking those crazy runs with the ball at his feet to get out of position and trusting speed, but just being sound positionally. I mean, Juarez was able to open it up enough times where it was like, sure, Bombi might have caught a couple of them, but he also might have allowed 2 or 3 more of those chances, right? So really, Lawless, I thought, was rock steady. Yeah. Which makes Maxu Bebop, right, Duane? Huh? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reference, baby. Let's go.
2 games in a row now.
All right. Yeah, plug us out of here.
Please follow us on all our accounts. DNVR Rapids on Twitter. Please follow us there. We really appreciate it. 5-star review wherever you hear this pod, whether it's Stitcher, Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. We really appreciate it. 5-star review wherever you also hear this. Did I already say that? I'm not sure. It's late at night, guys. But like this video, give us a comment and give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're so close to getting 100K. Back to you, Mitch.
We're skipping Duane on plugs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Duane. I'm gonna
plug Duane.
I'm gonna plug Bebop and Rocksteady because they're awesome cartoon characters. No, become a diehard at thednvr.com. It supports this show. It supports Rudo's Avs show. He was here in the comments. It supports ALLCITY Network across. Huge for you to do that. You get discounts on everything, events, merch. You get into the Discord channels and also there's so much going on if you're a diehard, more so than just being a viewer on YouTube. Obviously we want you to like, we want you to subscribe, we want you to follow us on all the socials, but really becoming a diehard is the way you can support this show. So go ahead and become a diehard. It goes a very, very long way. More important than all that, we're saying this one into the round of 16, baby.
Let Mexico hear you.
Up the pig.
We all silly like the mayor.